The origin of ancient Chinese casting technology can be traced back to the Shang Dynasty, the Shang and Zhou dynasties, bronze casting using the Hefan method, that is, the casting process known as the Tao Fan method in later generations. First, a solid clay mold is made from a carefully selected clean and fine clay mold, which has the same shape as the shape to be cast, called the inner model. On the clay mold, several pieces are divided into several pieces to make the outer model, and a layer of thickness is scraped off on the clay mold. Roast the inner fan or outer fan that has been made, and then synthesize the overall pottery fan. The pottery fan should be left with the gate for pouring copper liquid, as well as the riser of exhaust and slag discharge. And the pottery fan should be preheated to ensure that the copper liquid quickly flows into the gap left in each place to be poured, and after the copper liquid is cooled, the outer fan is broken, the inner fan is taken out, and the grinding and polishing are carried out. The lost wax method is an advanced bronze casting method that appeared during the spring and autumn period and the Warring States period. First, use the yellow wax or beeswax that is easy to melt to make the required utensils model, and then pour fine mud and other fills the mud core and apply the outer model many times after shaping, and make a casting mold, and the mud mold is dried and fired into pottery, and the wax will naturally melt when the temperature rises, so a cavity will be formed. After melting the alloy liquid is injected into the cavity, and the cast utensils can be obtained after cooling, and the castings are taken out after the copper liquid is condensed, and the gating riser is cut off, and the utensils are finished and polished. The bronzes of the Shang Dynasty were made by casting and forging, and the representative works of the bronzes of the Shang and Zhou dynasties include the famous Simuo cauldron, 4 Ram Ziyuan, bronze standing figure from Sang Xingdui, bronze ding of Duke Mao, etc. One of the most important technologies of this period was the manufacture of steel, an alloy composed of iron and carbon, which has very high hardness and elasticity, and the manufacture of steel requires many complex processes such as heating, forging, and quenching. The representative works of bronze casting in the spring and autumn period and the Warring States period include the famous square kettle with a standing crane, sword of Gojian, king of the Yu state, Zhenggui chimes. The representative works of bronze casting in the Qin and Han dynasties include T-bronze chariots and horses from mausoleum of first emperor of Qin dynasty, Changxin palace lamp, and bronze galloping horse. Famous bronzes from the Tang and Song dynasties include bronze mirror with flying crane and flower and the 5 generations of Fujian copper-gilt king, Yanhan lion furnace. During the Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties, China's forging technology further developed and expanded, and the forging technology in this period was further improved, and the quality and craftsmanship of iron were more excellent. The Yongle Great Bell of Ming Dynasty is the pinnacle of casting technology. China casting, 3,000 years of craftsmanship inheritance.